understand that they put in, okay, is it dressing or is it stuffing? I always get confused.
Dressing is good. Stuffing is not.
No, I love stuffing. Stuffing's great. Dressing. So what are they? Okay, so this is stuff they put in stuffing.
Okay.
Okay.
And dressing, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're confusing me all over again.
I think both.
I just know that they put 10 weird things in them.
Okay.
Like pepperoni. Who puts pepperoni in their stuffing?
Okay. It might not be that bad.
All right.
Now that I think about it.
Fruit. You put fruit in your stuffing?
Oh, my goodness.
No?
No.
Corn chips? Is that a thing?
I've never heard of it, but
Like
I'm
the
trying to think
Fritos?
it through. Maybe it adds a little texture.
Oysters? Oysters?
That is a low country thing to have oyster dressing.
How did I miss out on this?
I've never had it. Doesn't sound good to me.
Twinkies.
What?
Twinkies. I read that people put Twinkies in the stuffing.
I guess you're going for sweet and salty, but
And last one I'm going to mention is burgers.
like a hamburger
Yeah.
in your dressing?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know.
stuffing?
I'm asking you.
You don't ask me. These are weird.
Okay.
These are odd. Fruit,
Yeah.
pepperoni. My goodness.
What about Jake and Ninja? Anything weird in the stuffing?
My pawpaw puts grapes in his stuffing.
Well, that's fruit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's fruit.
So does he put the grapes in the stuffing and then bake it, or is it mixed in afterwards? Is it cold fruit or is it warmed up?
Oh, it's warmed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Paw. I'm sorry.
You just don't like that, huh?
That does not sound appealing to me at all. It may be absolutely delicious. Just in my head, it's
I don't
not
know.
working.
I don't know. I've seen, I guess, celery.
Listen, my mom put hunks of celery in her dressing.
I've seen that.
I think that's
I've had it.
terrible too. Do you like celery?
It's okay in dressing.
No.
I don't eat a lot of dressing.
Why am I so passionate about this?
I know.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
That's crazy. Tim Hortons is like the Dunkin' Donuts of Canada.
Sure.
Okay? And so there's a flamingo hanging around in the parking lot. A pink flamingo. You would think it was Florida, not Quebec.
Yeah, well, how did the flamingo get there?
It
Like,
escaped from the zoo, literally. Got loose from the zoo.
Yeah, I didn't think flamingos were indigenous.
It's like all of a sudden, here's a pink flamingo. It's in the parking lot, literally, of this Tim Hortons in Quebec, and they're trying to figure out where it come from. And they call the zoo, and it goes, oh, that's ours. And they came and got the flamingo.
So I guess maybe, originally he was from Florida. He moved, and then he was like, I keep hearing about Tim Hortons. I mean, I got to go see what all the fuss
What's
is
the
about.
difference between the Dunkin' Donuts and, they call themselves Dunkin' now, don't they?
Oh, they do.
Sorry, Dunkin'. What's the difference between Dunkin' and Tim Hortons? Maybe we should just call it Tim.
Yeah, maybe. My daughter was on a mission trip in Canada and went to Tim Hortons, and that's all she could talk about when she came back. And I'm like, it's got to be just about the same. I've never had it. Have you?
No.
Okay, so
No.
the flamingo.
Never been to Canada. Thanks. I feel great
to
now.
Tim Hortons.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
He was just looking for something to read. Like, he was bored. Things were not happening in his life. And he said, you know what? I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to get me a good book. So he got a book called Stately Timber. And it's an adventure book, and it's set in Boston. And he decided he would get into that book, so much so that he never took it back since 1948.
That's 60, 70 some odd years.
So evidently the guy who checked this book out in 1948 and never returned it, his daughter was going through some things not that long ago, like within the last month or so, and found this book, saw that it needed to be returned, and she did. To Scotland. Yeah. And he had checked it out while he was in Scotland in 1948.
Where'd he move to?
I guess he was in the United States.
Oh, really? And so she
Yes.
brought it all the way back personally?
She mailed it.
Okay.
She put it in the mail. They received it just this past couple of weeks. Had a letter from her explaining, look, my dad had this book. I just ran across it. I'm so sorry. And they did say, because during the pandemic, a lot of libraries are doing this. They're not charging late fees, which it would have been somewhere in the neighborhood of like $13,000 or something.
Really?
Had it been.
Dad.
Yeah, had they charged him for those.
Dad. Come on, Dad.
Yeah, well, I think Dad has passed on, and so daughter did the right thing. She's
Good
like,
for her.
Can you imagine, Dad? Why didn't you take this? Oh, no, I gotta do it.
And mailed it back.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Liz has been making a big deal about, hey, I've got to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when it comes on traditional television. What was it on, ABC or something?
CBS last night.
So it was on CBS last night. So she makes it a point to tune in 8 o'clock last night to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Okay, tell us. Wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. Wait.
I was watching it, but I was flipping back and forth because also on the Food Network was Holiday Baking Championship. And so I was going back and forth and back and forth and back.
Here's the best part. The best part. What did you do?
I recorded it.
Look,
I DVR'd it.
Look at this. Look at it. Okay, listen. Back me up here. Ninja Jake, are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Caitlin's our intern. You with me, Caitlin?
I'm here.
Okay. She's going to stream this later on her DVR.
Are y'all ganging up on me?
Yes.
Well, yes, because I want to see it again, but I made sure.
You didn't even watch the whole thing. You watched what? You went back. You watched more of the Baking Bit show than you did the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's what she did.
Bacon bits. No, I went back and forth, and I actually watched the Holiday Baking Championship a little after my bedtime because I watched more of Rudolph. Silver and gold, silver and
but she recorded it so that she could stream it whenever she wants.
Yes,
whenever she
during the
wants.
holiday season, but I had to be there last night.
You didn't even watch the whole thing.
At 8 o'clock.
She watched like 5 minutes of it. And then she goes off to watch the Baking Bit competition. And then she goes back and watches a little bit of Rudolph. She decides, I'm going to record it so I can watch it whenever I want.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that streaming? Am I right? Is that streaming?
It's not.
Might as well get the DVD.
Basically.
See?
Ninja.
You know what?
I thought you were my friend.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Tell you why. I cannot wrap a gift if I have to save my life wrapping.
And that surprises me because you're very detail oriented.
That's why. I want it to be so perfect that it looks horrible and I can't do it. So I opt for the gift bag.
You know, I think a lot of the guys in my family do the same thing. I like to wrap. I don't love to wrap, but I am the one who has to wrap everything for anybody we give a gift to in the
I don't
family.
know what it is. There's a technique that I see people use, and I'm like, I can do that. I try it. I rip it. I don't get enough paper.
How do you rip it? Like you using the big man hands to just like manhandle it?
Well, they are kind of honking big.
Well, I mean, you're a guy, so you've got more strength, obviously, than I do, or your wife does. So just be more gentle. And
I
that
try.
shouldn't tell.
I try. It still looks horrible. It looks bad. My grandmother could wrap a gift. It was amazing. Yeah. I would try. You could tell that it looks like a 3-year-old wrapped it after I'm done with it. It's horrible. So I love the gift bag. That's me.
Well, there's a lot of people that will do anything. My husband has offered me money if he doesn't have to wrap something.
Smart man.
Yeah. So the only things that he wraps are my gifts, like to me. Or maybe he takes it somewhere and has it wrapped.
How much do you charge?
No, I'm like, I mean, I'll take it, but I'm not going to charge you.
Well, how much does he pay you?
I think he's paid me $10. I think
per gift,
or maybe no, just.
Well, how many do you wrap for $10?
Not many.
I'm thinking of hiring you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Dad used to wrap like all the presents to family members, my mom, that kind of thing.
Is he good at it?
Oh, he was excellent.
Nice.
But he would measure everything. He didn't go frou-frou with the bows or anything. He just slapped a pre-made bow on it, but they were gorgeous.
Oh, pre-made made bow is fine with me.
Absolutely,
that's all I can do.
Yeah.
I can't do those frilly things when you have the ribbons. I've seen people take like scissors and then they're able to curl them with them.
No,
I'm
that's
like,
easy.
how do you do that?
Oh no, that's easy. You just have enough tension and you pull.
She says it's easy.
Oh, is. Once you get it, the first time you don't strip all the shiny stuff off of it, and then.
See, then that's what I do.
But you might do that the first time, but if you practice.
Okay. Now I got to practice and waste a lot of that stuff, which costs a lot of money now. It's Rob and Liz, 800-447-7234. Jess is here, so I understand you know how to rap, Jess.
So when I was little, my grandmother worked at Bell. And so the old ladies at Bell taught me how to rap. So I rap presents like they do because I would hang out with her at work.
So how do you wrap the presents now?
Now they go and get that because I just don't have time.
I love it. Yes.
I'm too OCD, so they got to be like perfect. And with a 5-year-old, you just don't have time.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Jed was in high school back in the 90s, and he was a football player, pretty popular, did the whole thing. He lettered, and so he said, I'm going to order a Letterman jacket. And he did, and then he realized, oh, okay, I ordered it, but I don't really have enough money to get it out to pay for it. And so he just kind of walked away from his Letterman jacket and kind of always missed it, So fast forward, his brother is in a thrift store, and he's walking around, still in their hometown, and he sees a Letterman jacket, and it has Jed on it. And he's like, wait a minute, hold on. It's the high school. It's my brother's number, and it's got his name on it. So he calls him. His brother calls him from the thrift store and says, I think I may have found your Letterman jacket. I don't even know why it's here. What's going on? It was his Letterman jacket. It would have cost about $400 back in the 90s. $25 at this thrift store.
So, wait, he never got it. They still made it?
They made it because he ordered it. And so I guess he put down a deposit on the Letterman jacket, but he didn't have enough, almost like
How
a
in the
layaway.
world did it wind up at a thrift store?
No idea. I mean, the journey, this Letterman jacket, and it looks brand new. So I don't know if it was still in the wrapping, if it was still in the box.
If it went to somebody else and they're like, okay, this ain't me. I'm going to finally give it to a thrift store.
Wait, my name was Judd, not Jed.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But his brother got it back for him. And now he said, I wouldn't have been as thankful or grateful for this jacket back in the day. He said, now I'm going to wear it every day.
I would.
It's like your high school ring. Do you still wear, your high school rings? I don't. I got one. I wore it for a while. I don't even know where it is.
See?
But
he cherishes that because he couldn't afford it back in the day.
Right.
And he has it now. I'd be wearing it every day, too.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Yeah, this couple is new to town. And so they're looking to celebrate Thanksgiving with strangers. And here's their post. They said, I want to share Thanksgiving with new neighbors. This post will be super crazy, but I'll take a chance. My name is Susan. I'm a medical doctor, a full-time student, a master's degree at Harvard Medical School. My husband and I recently moved to Boston, and we will live here for 2 years. We came from Columbia. After that post, they got 200 invites.
To Thanksgiving?
To Thanksgiving.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and so they're going to go over to Carol's house. And that's where they're going to have their Thanksgiving meal, over at Carol's house.
I wonder how they decided out of 200 invites, do you just spread them out and say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo or something?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they closed their eyes and went, yeah, how about this one, Carol?
Or did they look up pictures on Realtor.com and go, oh, that looks nice.
Nice house, huh? I just think it's kind of neat. 200 people said, you know what, we'll take you in.
If you saw that post, would you send the invite? Because I can see where you'd be like, okay, let's do it. You'd have discussion with your family. Is it okay if I do this?
Of course you have the discussion with your family.
Some, do, some don't.
Yeah, Liz doesn't. She just invites whoever over to her house. It's just amazing. You should hear Joey's like, oh, she did it again.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Carol said, my house is always open. If there is somebody that needs a meal, they are welcome to come into my home just as long as I know they're coming.
Well, that's neat. Oh, yeah. Not unannounced, right?
You got to set a plate and make sure you got enough green bean casserole.
It's like, oh, let's get out the paper plates. We didn't have enough here. Amanda's here. So what are you doing for Thanksgiving, Amanda?
My family always goes to Dollywood every year for Thanksgiving, so we have bring a friend passes for our season tickets. So we just have 3 friends come meet us up there if they want to go in for free.
Who have you met that you didn't know before because somebody does that?
We'll stand at the gate with our pass,
pass, our free Bring a Friend pass, and we usually tell whoever's getting ready to pay for tickets, hey, you want a free ticket to get in?
Who's become your best friend because of this?
It was a family that we camped beside of, and we've kept in touch with them. They're from California, and they come up to Pigeon Forge at Thanksgiving time. So they had, I think, 5 children when we first met them, and now they have 7. But they were camping at the campsite beside of us, and we told them we had passes where at least the adults could get in free. And so they met us up there, and we took them inside, and they got in and only had to pay for 3 of their children.
I love that you do this for people.
We don't have a very large family. Giving back to somebody that may not be anticipating it's what brings joy to our hearts.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
You know how the White House pardons turkeys?
Yes.
Their names are Peanut Butter and Jelly this year. Peanut Butter and Jelly.
I thought I needed to go to the store and get some free peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, they stayed at hotels and all this other stuff, peanut butter and jelly. And I'm thinking, man, I've heard some different names. I know a turkey's not a pet, but I've heard a lot of different names for, pets.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly is pretty cool.
Who named these 2 peanut butter and jelly?
Their owners.
I know, but where did it come from? That's what I want to know. Like, were they just having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And okay, there's the names.
You're trying to figure out how they named them.
Does one look more like jelly? The other like peanut butter?
I mean, odd names for pets, different names for pets, unique names.
We have Charlie Charleston is her actual name.
Oh, after the city.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I call her Char Biscuit. I don't know.
Char Biscuit?
Yeah, I'm like, come here, Char Biscuit. I don't know.
Yeah,
so that's
a
different.
fun nickname.
It is a fun nickname.
Yeah.
She doesn't know her name now.
What
I'm always
is
changing
it?
it up.
Char Biscuit? Yeah, I say Ranger Danger
Do
for
you?
Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. Is that?
Lucy Girl for Lucy. Those are our 2 dogs, by the way.
Yeah, a little nickname. I like that. I call our Pomeranian. His name is Ace, the Warrior. That is his legal name.
Ace the Warrior?
Yes, and he's a Pomeranian. But I call him Aceifer.
Aceifer?
I like Christopher, but it's Aceifer.
Aceifer. Okay, well then there you go.